Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Fondon. I've been a prenatal yoga teacher since 2009. Welcome to my relaxing prenatal yoga stretches. The timestamps are below if you'd like to just get started. First, what you'll need for the class is a yoga mat, blanket or pillow or folded towel, and 2 yoga blocks. Get your props, get ready, and let's get started. We're gonna start with a centering activity, just sitting nice and tall, closing your eyes. If it's more comfortable to sit on your folded blanket, go ahead and sit on your folded blanket. To start, we're going to place your hands on your belly, on your growing baby, sitting up nice and tall with the crown of the head lifted up toward the sky. The head is neutral. Just focusing on your breathing. Breath is so incredibly important. The deeper you breathe, the more you oxygenate the blood for your growing baby. So as you bring your awareness to your breath, you're going to gently expand your belly as you inhale, inflating the belly, feeling your belly push against your hands. And as you exhale, the air goes through your nose, the belly contracts. Feel your belly button moving in toward your spine. Another deep inhalation, expanding your belly, feeling your belly push against your hands. And then exhale through the nose, lips closed, and feeling your belly button move in towards your spine. Some pregnant women get really anxious with this type of breathing. They feel it's a little counterintuitive, and they're afraid that if they compress their belly or suck it in, if you will, that they're going to harm the baby. You are absolutely not harming your baby. Your baby is well padded with all the amniotic fluid in the amniotic sac. And this actually gives the baby a nice massage with your belly moving in and out. So we're going to do this a few more times. Inhale, inflating the belly. And exhale, contracting. Last one, inhale, inflating your belly. Expand. Push your belly against your hands. And exhale, contract. Belly button moves in toward the spine. Coming back to center, set your intention for your practice now. If you'd like to feel more relaxed, less stressed, set that intention. If you would just like to take a moment to connect with your growing baby, go ahead and set that intention now. To get started, we're going to place our hands on our knees and we're going to do some chest rocks. Hips forward, shoulders back, looking up. And then rolling the back, rocking it back, and pushing the pelvis forward, shoulders back, looking up. And then rounding your back, curving the spine. Inhale, bring the pelvis forward, and rolling it back. Bring the pelvis forward. And rolling it back. If it feels more comfortable to sit on your blanket, or if you're in your 3rd trimester, to put your feet into butterfly pose for this, go ahead and do that. Next, we're going to do chest circles. So go ahead and bring the chest forward and bring it all the way around like you're doing an entire circle with your upper body. And this just helps to loosen up the back, the lower back. It feels really, really good to release any tension in the hips, the lower back, and just relaxing and releasing, relaxing stretches for your day. You can do these in the morning or in the evening, whichever you choose. And let's reverse the circles here. Keep breathing. Don't use yoga poses as a reason to hold the breath. You never really want to hold the breath unless you're doing some mindful breathing in which you're purposefully holding the breath. Coming back to center, let's go ahead and roll the shoulders up and back. Roll those shoulders forward. One shoulder at a time backward this way, just alternating your shoulders. And one shoulder at a time forward. Let's bring our legs forward. You're going to fold in your right leg with the foot to the inner thigh, sitting up nice and tall. Reach the arms up and come forward over your extended leg. If your belly is in the way, you can go ahead and place both hands on the inside of your leg, and this sometimes alleviates some of that tension that you feel, because if your hands are on your leg and you are in your second or third trimesters, it just might be a little restrictive here. So wherever you feel comfortable, go ahead and breathe, coming forward. If it feels good to rock side to side, go ahead and just rock it gently side to side. Roll it back up. Now let's take that right knee, bring it out to the side a little bit to accommodate your growing baby. Bring the left arm out, wrap it around the outside of the right leg. Take your right arm and gently bring it behind you as you come into a gentle seated spinal twist. Coming back around, we're going to cradle the knee, hold onto the foot. This is called rock the baby pose, and just rock it gently side to side. This is a great hip stretch. It's great for the glutes. So you can also, again, if your belly's a little bit in the way and you can't quite hug in that knee, hold on with your hand to the outside of the knee, and you can rock it gently side to side. Hold on to the knee and hold on to the foot, and we're going to draw a circle with your toes. This helps to lubricate the knee joint and give a little more flexibility to the knees. Reverse the circles and slide your right leg forward. We'll go ahead and switch to the left. Folding the left foot in to the inner thigh, sitting nice and tall. Reach both arms up, coming forward. If you're more comfortable, put both hands on the floor inside of your leg. And coming back up. Bring your left knee up, bring it to the side, accommodating your growing belly. Bring the right arm to your side. Wrap it around to the outside of your left leg. Take your left hand behind you, lift the chest, and open to a gentle spinal twist. Come back around, cradle the knee, hold on to the foot, and let's do rock the baby, side to side here. Hold on to the knee and the foot. Let's trace a circle with the toes. And reverse the circle. Slide it forward. We're going to come into a wide angle stretch. For this stretch, you might want to use a yoga block. Bringing those legs as wide as is comfortable for you. And we're going to start by walking the hands forward, just very gently. If you prefer to place your hands on a block and slide it forward, then do what feels best for you. You could even take 2 of your blocks, one hand on each, and slide forward in this manner. Once you're in a position that feels comfortable for you, go ahead and just do some deep belly breathing. You can also rock side to side. Walk it back up. Go ahead and remove your blocks if they're in front of you. Just place them over to one side. Bring your legs forward. Place your hands behind you, and we're going to just shake those legs out, shake all the tension away. And let's do some ankle circles here, just releasing the feet, the ankles. And reverse the circles. Gently point and flex your toes. We're coming into pushing pose. I'm going to turn at an angle so that you can see if you've never done this with me before. Your legs are wider than hip width apart, and you want to accommodate, again, your growing belly here. So we're going to bring the pelvis forward, shoulders back. Nice flat back as you come forward. And then rounding the back, curving the spine. This helps to limber up the hips and all of your joints to prepare for labor and delivery. It's also really good as you are prepping to prepare to do squatting postures. So we're gonna round the back again. Exhale as you round the back. Inhale. Coming forward, that will expand your belly here. Exhale, rounding. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more. And round. Still with the knees folded and the feet wider than hip width apart. Place your hands behind you and we'll do some knee rocks. Rock both knees over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, rock them over to the left. And we're going to keep that going, just stretching the quads, the hips. Just breathing. This should feel really good. It should feel like a very good stretch for you at this point. We're going to come to our knees. So if your knees are a little troublesome, go ahead and unfold your blanket halfway. And then kneel on top of the folded blanket. Coming up to your knees, we're going to do gate opening pose. Place your hands on your hips and bring your right leg out to the side. The spine is nice and tall. Place your right hand facing up on your extended leg. And we're going to reach up and over and breathe. Coming back around, let's take a counter stretch. You want to slide that leg over and reach up and over. And you can look down. You don't have to look under your arm. You can make sure your chest is wide open and that you're not turning with the shoulder forward. Coming back around, slide your knees together. We're going to take the other side, extending the left leg out. Palm faces up, reach your right arm over. Coming back around, let's take our counter stretch. Palm faces down. You can bring that knee to the center of your blanket or the floor and reach all the way over. Looking down, you can also look under the arm. Be mindful to keep the chest open. Come back around. We're going to come to all fours for some more stretches. Coming up to all fours, go ahead and spread the fingers. And if you would like to, you can go ahead and flex the toes. Tailbone lifts, look up, and round your back into cat. Inhale to cow, shoulders back, looking up. Exhale, rounding it to cat. Inhale, shoulders back, looking up. And round. And inhale, looking up. And rounding. Coming into cow, we're going to flex the toes, lift the tailbone up into a downward facing dog. Feet are hip width apart. And tailbone is lifting, head comes in between the arms. Pedal the heels here one at a time to get yourself a nice calf stretch. Bring the knees to the floor. Open the knees wide apart and come into a child's pose. If this is too much for you, you can always take puppy pose, bringing your bottom into the air instead of sitting towards your heels. Coming back to all fours, take both of your yoga blocks. Just have them handy just in case you need them. Let's take a low lunge here. You want to bring your right foot forward. The left leg slides back. And both hands are on the inside of your leg. If you would prefer to put your hands on blocks to help you, to make it a little easier, you can go ahead and do that. And just hold your stretch. From here, we're going to take a counter stretch, rock it back. You can bring your blocks forward here and straighten the front leg. You can flex or point the toes. I would suggest that you don't point too hard because sometimes in pregnancy you get Charlie horses, so you don't want to get one of those. Go ahead and hold this counter stretch. If you want to take your toes, go ahead and do that. In your counter stretch, sit your hips way back and you'll feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Walk the right leg back, shift your blocks over to the right side, if you're using blocks, of course, and bring your left leg forward into the low lunge, bringing your right leg back, and bringing blocks, if you need them, to the inside of your leg. We're going to shift back to our counter stretch. Slide your blocks forward if you are using them. You can flex your toes and hold it here. Bring your left leg back. Move your blocks over to the side. Spread out the fingers. You can flex or point your toes. Knees are wide apart. Let's do hip circles. Now reverse the circles. Come back into child's pose or puppy pose. Coming back to all fours, we're going to move over to our side to take some final stretches before Shavasana relaxation. Starting on one side, knees folded, we're going to go ahead and do a leg extension pose. And let's do some ankle circles and leg extension pose. Reverse your circles. Point and flex your toes. Bring in the knee circles here. So throughout the prenatal class, if you haven't yet noticed, there's a lot of circular motion in a prenatal class. And the reason for that, we're going to reverse the circles here. The reason for that is because of the stress that pregnancy puts on your joints. This helps to keep the joints supple, and rocking movement, rolling movement also helps to situate the baby in the pelvis so that it sits properly as your body and belly are growing and expanding to accommodate the baby. Let's bring both knees in. Arms come to the front. Open the top arm to the back to get a twist here. Looking over the shoulder of your extended arm. Bringing the arms back to center. Take the other side now. Folding the knees forward, leg extension pose. Ankle circles in one direction. Ankle circles in the opposite direction. Point and flex your toes. Bring in the knee. Circles here. And reverse. Place the knees together right in front of you. Arms come forward, palms touch. Opening the top arm to the back, getting your spinal twist. Bringing the arm to the front. You can cradle your head here. If you have a pillow, put a pillow underneath your arm. And we're going to take a yoga block in between the thighs. This helps to even out the hips so there's not so much pressure at the top hip as you come to lie in relaxation pose, Shavasana. If you're not already on your left side, go ahead and switch so that you are lying on your left side. Lying on your left side will help increase the circulation. Closing your eyes and taking a moment to just be. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You can either remain here and relax for a few more minutes, or you can gently come to sitting. If you're coming to sitting, take a moment to allow your blood pressure to adjust. Place your hands to your heart. Raise your fingertips to your forehead, taking a bow to your higher self with gratitude for the time that you've spent uniting your mind, body, soul, and spirit. And for this precious time that you've spent with your baby. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's bow to each other, wishing peace and happiness. I want to thank you so much for joining me for the relaxing prenatal yoga class. Thank you so much for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. Thank you for giving the video a thumbs up, and thank you for sharing this with your pregnant friends. And I'll see you in the next video.